Hello everyone, welcome to day 331 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. We're starting this game as white. I'll play e4. Get the French defense instantly. I'll go ahead and push, and I'll try to just play knight to f3 and just develop slowly. I know that c4 is probably a good move, trying to get my knight behind the pawn, and I can always protect it with the bishop. Now that I've played d4, I'm definitely gonna play c4 soon. I think first I'll play knight to f3 though. They play a6, maybe trying to expand like this. They also stop my bishop from coming in, but I'm completely fine with that. I'll just play knight f3 here, develop a piece. They play h6 as well. So I think now I'll play c4. If they take, I just develop. I have a nice bishop. If they don't take, then I'll capture, and then I have very strong pawns here. They do have a check, but I just block, and there's nothing really there. They do check me. I could actually block with the other knight if I wanted to. I think I'll just block with the bishop. If we trade, then that's fine. If they want to take, then I probably capture with the knight. I'm also now threatening to check them like this. But then they come here and protect. They have to give up the bishop or go back. Let's see what they choose. They actually come out, and that's a blunder because I take, they take, and I have a check. Unless they go back and defend. Only move here is knight c6. But then takes. Here they have to find knight c6. And they do. Well, now the knight's pinned to the king. If I take, they take. If I come in here... Wow, I can actually take and come in here, because if they take, they lose a rook. Take, bishop here. If they take, I take. Take, here. If they don't take, the knight's pinned, and I threaten to win it. You take. So they finally decide to take. And what I can do here is play here and then try and win that pawn. Probably with my knight. Or I can play this, and they have no checks, and let's say I play here. If they take, I take. I don't see how they could trap my queen. Then I can always just leave and repin the knight, or just drop back here. I'd rather win a rook for a bishop. I'll play this, and I'm also threatening to just fork them right now as well, so let's see what happens. I mean, their best move is probably just bishop d7, protecting the knight. They find it. It's a nice move. But now I can play here. Well, but now they're attacking my bishop. If I play here, they take. Yeah, I mean, I have to probably take this. And then play just queen over. I could also drop back, but I don't like the attack now on my queen. I can probably just play here. Yeah, I like queen back and just rewriting this way. I could go back here and try and start something over here. If now I'll just drop back to b3. Play knight to c3. Adding an attacker to this, and then just bringing a rook and developing that way. They develop one of their knights. We can only really go to f5 right now, but I'm not really worried about that at the moment. I think I just go ahead and castle and bring my rooks to the center and try to push. Their light squared bishop is very weak. I have a pair of knights for their bishop and knight, but I don't mind this at the moment. They go ahead and castle too. I don't want to push now, because if they take, they open up the rook. I'll probably play... I could develop my knight right now, which seems the best. I can always play rook e1, rook d1, rook fe1, rook a d1. Queen up. I'm very tempted to push. I think I'll play actually rook over first, because if I push and they take, I have this knight move. And it's an outpost for my knight, and I also fork the bishop and the queen. I think I'll play rook to e1 first before I push, just to have an extra attacker here. Then I push here and just have a very nice square for my knight. I mean, if I push, they can play queen up, but then I play this. I don't see what that queen move does. If I push, they take, but then I play him. And they're not hitting anything. If I push and they take with the queen, I have this. That doesn't do very much. I think I just improve another rook here. They're not threatening anything at the moment. Their bishop's just completely locked out of the game. I mean, here they actually have to take with the pawn. They can't take with the queen because of the rook. And king over, I'm just going to push. If they take, I have this. And I'm just threatening so much. If the pawn takes, there's just this, and it's a fork, and also threatening checks. Just threatening a lot. Their light squared bishop is terribly bad. They take, but that just allows me this. The queen hangs, the bishop hangs. Well, it doesn't hang, but also then knight covers the check now. Can play queen back and try something here. Well, queen back, then I'm threatening a fork. If the queen moves, my d4 pawn is really weak, but they can't do much about it right now. I'm guessing their best move is queen f4, because that threatens a big check. But queen f4, I just take the bishop, maybe try to come in. Maybe I shouldn't take. Taking the bishop does double their pawns, but they can take with the knight. I did just gambit a pawn for a very nice knight, but making them think now. Also, this queen move hits the knight. I'm guessing they play queen f4, but then I can even play something like rook d2. Yeah, they do play it. Wow. But, I mean, the check isn't really scary. I can also play rook d2 now. Rook d2 would hang the rook though. Maybe rook e2. And if this, then I take. Rook e2. Everything's protected for now. And then I can play queen here and try and move the knight, which would threaten a fork. I'm definitely going to play this. Because the idea is just that after queen a4, if they move their knight, this square is a huge fork for me. If I can get my knight there. If, obviously, after removing this knight. So I'll play queen here, hitting this. And I can probably actually sacrifice, if they defend this, I can sacrifice my queen because they take, I win back the queen. I'm seeing very nice tactic there. This knight is so nice for me. Let's see what they play. Obviously they play this, I just take, and play here. And go for the fork. This is such a nice looking move for me. Just a huge fork. Their bishop's completely dead because of this. Let's see what they play here. They don't have that many good moves. I guess this push is always good, but then I play this anyway. And here they actually have to protect the knight, probably with the queen. But I would still lose the queen, so I'd win the piece. That doesn't work. Obviously, if they just move their king, they're fine. That king h8 move was not the best for them. So they do move their king. It's a very nice move. Now this, if they choose to defend, there's no more fork. I mean, this still hits the queen though, which I'd like. Yeah, this still hits the knight, I mean, sorry. But then this still threatens a fork. I'll definitely still go for this move. But then I can't sacrifice my queen because they just move their queen and they're fine. Yeah, now the problem is if queen takes, there's no check. I can play rook up and try to pin this, which would let my queen in and start an attack here. So maybe I do rook lift here. I think a rook lift does work. They're not hitting anything right now. I'm just going to try and rook lift here. If they play here, I can actually pin that knight and then play something like this. Just trying to play rook to g3 and bring my other rook too. Obviously I have to be careful of not letting the queen in my back rank, but otherwise it's fine. They're down to 5 minutes on the clock. They do play knight and hitting my rook, hitting this. But I can play this and then try to pin the knight to the rook. And then takes. I wish I had some sort of fork. This move looks nice now. Oh, they can probably take because I can't capture because the other hand made. But takes. Yeah, takes, I can save this rook by taking. And then play a move like this. Bishop back. That doesn't work because of this. And once they move, oh wow, that does not work I think, because of this move. Now this lineup is very scary for them. Obviously this is a check, but they can't take because of the knight. Yeah, this is a scary lineup for them. My queen and rook come in, my knight comes in. I hit the knight, although I can't actually take with the pawn. So maybe that was a silly move, but I will be after this move. King f1. I'm wondering what they play here. I can't sacrifice my rook. I also can't take, but I can take after king f1, so they have to be careful here, and they can't move the knight still. They should probably protect it, which also protects their rook. g4 is a really powerful looking move, but it doesn't actually do anything because I can't take the knight. It's a nice move they found, but I just protect that pawn and then move my king. They can also move their knight now, because my pin doesn't do as much anymore. Obviously takes, my knight becomes active. And I can play like this to hit the king almost. Obviously now this, and I'm threatening the knight again. They have 2 minutes on the clock, they use so much time this game. Just knight back. Nice move. Cuts off my queen and rook from connecting. Now if I play here, check, rook takes, I have maybe a move like this. Or do I do like knight back? I also don't have to make a move here, my rook is hanging. I probably take here. I don't have a way to attack their queen. I probably don't want to give up this diagonal. I could take, try to jump in, but I can't at the moment. I could also try to jump this knight in. No, I have to take here, I'm quite sure. Oh, then this move I protect the pawn, and this. So yeah, by pushing, I stop this. I protect this with my knight. I do have to push f3 here, I think. They can sacrifice, I don't want that. I think I push here and protect the pawn. And protect this pawn with my knight and my other pawn like this. Stop the knight from jumping in. Oh, if I go here, they do have a check. I have to be very careful. Then I move. Here, check, move. I don't see any other check. I can probably sacrifice the rook, because if I take this check and my king is in big danger. After any kind of knight move, I then protect this, so again with my queen. They have 2 minutes, let's see what they play. Check, I move my king. And I'm fine. Oh, but then they don't attack this because of my knight. Just bishop back. That's okay. I probably want to activate my queen back. I'll play knight back probably to defend this again. Give my queen some room. Oh, but now this is okay. Luckily I have the move king f1. But check king f1 they can't take here, okay. And they also have no check because of my queen. So I'm not making any sense. I can play here and attack the knight. They want to trade my knight off, I don't blame them. It's my best piece. If I play here, their queen is almost trapped after this. And then I have this move. And it's a fork. Oh wow, I think I go here, here, here. Yeah, I do really like this. I'm almost trapping the queen. If queen up, That's fine as well. If queen here, I have this, it's a fork, and I'm threatening mate. So, yeah, queen here, I'm threatening a fork and mate. Okay, they just fall in the trap. This is mate, this is the queen. The queen hangs, the rook hangs. I mean, obviously mate hangs. Maybe here. But now their queen's hanging, so where did they go? Queen here is actually mate, almost. Yeah, it is mate. Wow. This was my best piece the entire game. It's just a phenomenal piece. Maybe there's this, but then I take her. There's nothing that really works. I don't see what works here. Really don't see. Because the dark squares are so weak. They have to give their queen here. There's no other choice. That's mate, that's the queen. This is fantastic for me. I takes king here. I just take the bishop as well. They have to give their queen. I don't see how they can't. Just, they're forced to give their queen up here. Very happy with that fine knight to g6. It's my best piece by far this entire game. Yeah, they just give their queen up. I can even go here. Here. Yeah, I can take here, here, and then... No, I have to take the queen. There's no choice. The rook's still hanging. And they resign because they have to give up their queen. Fantastic find. Let's have a look at this game. So yeah, my great move was at the end. It was knight to g6. I'm quite sure. I played a 76, they played with a 71. I made a blunder though, and they made one too. Knight back, I can take. They spend so much time calculating this game. Bishop b5 works. Castling is best. All these moves are fine. This does not work. It just gives up a pawn. Obviously I'm attacking the knight. They defend it. Rook up isn't the best. It's best to just play g3. They develop. This doesn't work. Because they can take here. And I can't take because of mate. Like I said. So that's a big mistake from me. They take here with an attack on my rook. And if I take, obviously it's mate, so I can't do that. Well, it's not mate. Because there's this. And is the queen trapped? Where does the queen go? Why is this so good for me? Why is this a miss? Obviously my knight would be hanging here. Okay, that's the point. Also, yeah, let's say I take and they play here. That's a huge mistake for them. Now they play queen c2, play knight takes c6, and yeah, I'm actually winning. Instead they go back with the bishop, which just disconnects their rooks. It's not good. The move g4 doesn't make any sense. They attack it, I defend it. I actually had to play h4 though, and try and kick the queen away and win the bishop. That doesn't work because I actually shouldn't have taken. I should have played knight e2. Why? After knight to e2, can't they just take? Oh, they can't take my rook. Never mind. And then I'm threatening to go here. That's fair. f3 is a blunder. f3 is a blunder because of knight c4. I have to play knight takes c4. Rook takes f3 and they're just coming in. This is dangerous for me, very dangerous for me. They can probably give up a bishop. And win the game here. They could definitely win that. That's a blunder because of knight c4. Because then the queen would be defended. I go back with my knight. That's a big mistake from them. And yeah, my entire plan with the move f4 was that if they play queen h4, which looks like the most natural move, this looks like by far the most natural move if they go here. Because if they go queen h4, and they did, then I hit them with knight g4 and I win the game. The best move is queen back here. I don't see why. I guess they're protecting their bishop. And then I can't really go here because they take my knight. I mean, here I'd probably just try to protect my knight with this move. This is completely winning. I'm threatening mate. Oh, I guess I give up a pawn. Yeah, we could analyze this game for a very long time. I'm very happy with knight to g4. It's a fantastic move. And they resign. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.